News Talk ZB Saturday morning, it's fishing with Crimpy, and if you are heading out on the big week today, what's happening with the tides, Mr.
Well,
Crimp?
you want to have a look for the high tides, not particularly because you catch more fish on the top of the tide, but it gives you an indication of when to fish. Nelson, your high tide today is 17 to 9 a.m, 3.8 metres. Havelock a high tide of 8:30 this morning, 3.4, and Cressel's Harbour 8:28, you're sneaking in just ahead of Havelock there with a 4.1, so that's a biggie. Stevens Island, high tide at 20 past 8 this morning, 2.2. And Westport, high tide at 13 to 10 o'clock this morning, dead on the dot of 3 metres.
Excellent. We've got Ali Kennard in from ENL, and
Just swatting up on his little pamphlets here, working out, trying to find out.
Waiting for the rest of the curly questions to come.
No more curly questions, because, I mean, you know me, I'm a bunny when it comes to understanding electronics, so I can understand that the technical aspect is really quite confusing. People don't need to know that, though, do they?
No, it takes a lot to get your head around, really, on how they do it.
Because you were saying you read it 4 times. And
Yeah, 4 times, and I could get the gist of it, but still lots of the science is a bit beyond me almost, really.
So this is a unit that's available for recreational fishers?
Yeah, this is a recreational one, and we do it in a 5-inch combination unit and a 7-inch, and we also do it in sounders only. So not only do they do it, they're also very good performing in the deep water as well, so effectively finding fish way up to 500 metres. So
really?
For the guys doing Kaikoura, it'll be excellent. With the right transducer, it can really be effective too.
And what do you I can imagine Steve Terry from Christchurch, Pieman, he fishes out of Jackson's Bay, and it'd be ideal down for there because he's always looking for deep water down there.
Yeah.
Are more and more people heading out fishing sort of further out, deeper water these days?
A lot more, yeah. It's a lot more common that we get the people with the bigger boats. They've sort of moved up the boats. They've got the bigger boats that can do it now, and the electric reels, so they don't have to wind in as much.
Yeah,
and they head out into the deeper water. It's made a big difference.
I've got to go there. I can see myself with an electric reel.
I can see you with an electric reel too.
One on each hand. Yeah. I thought it would take the fun out of fishing, but I actually think it would put the fun back in fishing. You mentioned transducers. Now, years ago, all you could get was the little wee button that stuck on the back of the bum of the boat.
Yeah.
But on my boat, we've got the 1
We've got
kilowatt.
the 1 kilowatt on your one, yeah.
So is that the choice you've got? The small one and the big one?
Yeah, we basically do 600 watt or 1 kilowatt in the recreational market as well. Yeah. Although there is a new one coming out, which they're calling chirp technology.
Who?
It's called chirp technology.
Chirp
And
technology.
it's just being released now, but it's definitely one for the future. And what that does is it runs on a broadband, so instead of being just 200 kilohertz, it goes through a various frequency in its pulse, and it's able to get much better depth and better definition. So it's really just in its infancy at the moment, but gaining ground.
That's going to give me a major headache. Here's a man that my technology ranges between big or small. I couldn't even get the 600 out. So talk us through what the difference is between the 200 and the 50.
And the 50
so you're talking
kilohertz.
broadband's going to cover that range.
No, it's still going to have your 2 defined frequencies, but it'll almost transmit from, say, 199 to 201, so it'll just go through a very quick frequency, so a very quick pulse, but through a varied frequency.
Okay.
In a similar way to the broadband radars that we see as well.
Yeah.
It does it like that. Yeah. But you're still going to have your 50 and your 200, and your 200 is still your key to your fishing.
So the
success.
50 is when you switch to when
you can't see the bottom anymore.
Yeah, I got that one. I can remember that one. What other product? I mean, quickly recap on the one that we're talking about. What's it called?
So it's the Furuno GP1670 and the 1870, which is the new combination unit. So as well as the ones we spoke about on the Fishfinder there, they've also got some good features on the GPS one, which you'll like, Crimpy, called the Easy Route.
Oh, that sounds like me. Yeah, bottle of wine involved.
Well, fortunately not.
Can't be that easy. Explain that to me.
Oh,
then.
this is a new
now
feature.
I am picking up. I am interested.
Yeah, now you're into it. Yeah. You could
Now
be
he's
totally
got it.
disappointed in it.
Language I can understand.
We should have started with the
We
easy
should have
route.
started the easy route.
Gone to the hard
Could have
one
gone
later.
downhill from there.
That was a bit of a circuitous way of getting there. Quickly.
So the easy route is on traditional GPS plotters. If you're somewhere and you want to go somewhere else, you put your cursor over there and say go to, and it gives you a straight line route without taking into account any of the hazards. Whereas now we can put our cursor where we want to go and tell it to do an easy route, and it will give us a safe route to get there. So take into account land, rocks, shallow water, and give us a straight passage straight to where we want to go.
I didn't hear a word you said. My mind was somewhere else. We have to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to start asking the hard questions. Internet sales, are they a benefit? How do they impact? And is there anything nasty involved? More of that in a mo.